everyone. We are here again on this beautiful Monday morning for another empowering episode of Pep Talks with Megan De La Concha. That's me. I welcome you guys. I'm so excited that you're here listening to this episode. I think it's going to be a wunderval, which is wonderful. In case you didn't know, I speak another language, which is called not another language, just kind of made up words in my head. So we're just gonna leave that at that. But today is actually kind of a personal story time day. And it is in regards to taking a chance on you, which is something I absolutely never did for a really, really long time. A really long time. And I have to say, it's gotten me into some not so amazing situations that really formed my life, that really honestly molded my life because I never took a chance on myself. So, for those of you out there who feel like you've just never really fit in anywhere, you like who you are and you like different characteristics about yourself. You like different, attributes about yourself. You like different aspects of your personality, but you feel that it's not really accepted by anybody else. Or if you feel like you are included in a lot of things, but you're not fully fitting in, this message is for you. Because that's exactly how I felt for a pretty much really all of my childhood. I always felt that I never fully knew where I fit in. I always felt like I was on the outside looking in, even though I was included in things. I mean, I wasn't ever left out of things. I was never made fun of or bullied. I mean, except for, the regular, kid, what I want to say, ribbing, whatever, the joshing, just joshing. God, really am getting older with my language. But the occasional ribbing of kids, kids being kids and having fun, but nothing that was ever truly like, I don't want to go to school because I'm being bullied, or, having self-esteem issues because of what other people said about me. I just always had this feeling that though I was included, I never really fit in. I always felt like I was on the outside looking in at everybody else. And I was always trying to figure it out. I was always trying to figure, okay, well, what is missing? What is missing? Why am I not fitting in? And I have to say, with a lot of soul searching, I definitely grew up, I'm very sarcastic. And I was very sarcastic at a very early age. My family is very dry, very sarcastic. And sometimes we say very inappropriate things, not with the intention of our heart, but like in a joking manner. We love to make people laugh. I mean, we do. Like, that is something that brings me life, brings me energy. I love making people laugh. But sometimes I might say inappropriate things at the wrong time, and it's not always accepted or well received. For instance, just an example, when I was younger, I was raised in a Christian home, and we went to the same church that I was, a part of the private school. So we were very well acquainted with the congregation and the people. And I went to school from pre-K to 8th grade with literally the same 10 people in my class. But of course, aside from the Sunday sermons, we would always have, you go to Wednesday night church or Friday night youth group or something like that, to that effect. And when I was younger, and I can't even remember how old I was, but I was like, I mean, I want to say like 8. We'll go with 8. It was about that young. There was a special course that was taught by the pastor's wife, and she was very proper and very poised and just, was full of grace and almost like a princess, like the Queen of England. And as a matter of fact, I want to say, I think she was from England. So she had this beautiful, smooth, angelic accent. And she had a course for us young females called GEMS, GEM, as in Megan, S. And it stood for Gracious Every Moment. Y'all, I got kicked out of that class. I got kicked out of an all-female class that taught grace. And it was kind of like cotillion. If anyone out there who's listening or watching went to cotillion, they learned the manners and etiquette and all that stuff. It was an etiquette class. I got kicked out of it for burping too much. And I don't even think I was saying like raunchy jokes, but I think I was just saying, maybe crude jokes and making other kids laugh when we were supposed to be paying attention. And, I had this champagne blonde hair, and you couldn't get me out of the pool, so it had kind of turned like that green, that brassy green that I had to use special shampoo to get it out. And it was cut really short, and I was probably dirty because I just loved being in the woods. I loved creating. I liked being outside. I always had food on my face. Even to this day, my husband laughs at me because I cannot have a meal without dropping something on my shirt or having something on my face. I bit my nails. I just was not a gracious person at all. So I think maybe that's might have been one of my first traumatic experiences. But no, for real, you guys. This pastor's wife kicked an 8-year-old out. Like, what is going on? And I remember just being like, well, it's just because I just don't fit in. Like, I'm just being myself. And look where it's gotten me. It's not accepted. It's just not accepted. And I don't want to say to make things worse, but my best friend was polar opposite of me. And she was this beautiful Colombian girl, and she had this amazing, long, thick, shiny hair, and her skin was tan and smooth, and she had the perfect nose. And that was another thing I've always been, well, not now, I absolutely love it, but I used to be really self-conscious about my nose. It's like a little bulb on the end, but it's really cute now. But growing up, when you're going into your features, not so cute. So, and I can definitely admit that with confidence. But she had, she had boobs. She was tall. I realized I just said boobs in a really weird way, like childish. She had boobs, everybody. She has breastises. Needless to say, she was just gorgeous. And she was definitely that girl that growing up, even from a very young age, all the guys just drooled over. And I was really proud to call her my best friend because look how gorgeous she is, right? But I was always the friend, really. The friend. Like everyone was always, hey, how can I date your friend? What's up with your friend? This and that. It just wasn't in the cards for me when I was younger. I'm telling you. But because of that, I was really hiding myself. And I was always trying to figure out how to change myself to fit in so I could feel whole, so I could feel like my best friend, so I could be perfect and beautiful and gorgeous because I didn't feel like that. I felt cute and spunky and funny and, and down for a good laugh, but I just never felt, even, when I was older, I never felt just sexy and radiant and just powerful. And so growing up, I was always chasing things to make me different. And I'm telling you, I would go to her house. We lived just a few houses down. And I would always ask her, what shampoo are you using today? Or I would want to take a shower at her house so I could use her hair products, thinking that my hair was going to be this amazing, thick, shiny and smooth, hair every single day. I mean, I remember her hair drying when she got out of the pool and it was stick straight, and mine was a hot mess. Like I had to get detangler and the wet brush and the leave-in conditioner, and when it dried, it was just a fuzz ball. Okay, it was not pretty. And I didn't like it. I wanted to be somebody else. I wanted to look like somebody else. I wanted to have attributes of somebody else. I tried, in my effort to try not to be as humorous or sarcastic, because it just kind of what seemed to come out of my mouth, I just wouldn't talk that much. And I just remember even trying to change the way I talked. I would try to change the way my lips looked like when I talked. I would practice smiling different. I mean, I was trying to change physical things about myself that I know now you just can't change and I love now. But back then, I didn't give myself a chance. I never took a chance on myself. I was always trying to change myself. I always felt that no one ever really saw who I was. And when they did, I was, berated for it, or I was told to not be like that. I'm a very loud person by nature. You know when I'm talking. You probably know it 3 doors down. Let's be real. I'm a loud person by nature. Always have been, always will be. But I was always told, shh, you're too loud. I was always getting shushed. And you know what? I swear, if somebody shushes me today, I'm coming for you. No, I'm just playing. But I was always being shushed. Megan, you're being loud. Megan, you're too loud. Megan, stop being so loud. Golly, you're so loud. Be quiet. Or I was exhausting. As you can see or listen, I have a lot of energy. I'm very charismatic. I'm very energetic when I speak, especially when it's something that I'm very passionate about. But growing up, I was exhausting to other people. I was exhausting. I was too emotional. I was too much. I was too exhausting. So I was always trying to do everything other than me. I was always dimming my light and trying to shine. I was trying to squeeze into the spotlight of somebody else trying to get their light to shine on me. And it became exhausting and it became painful. And believe it or not, it started to take shape in many different ways. It started to rewire the way I thought about myself, truly the way I thought about myself. It started to rewire the way I talked about myself. It started to rewire my behavior in friendships. It started to rewire my behavior in relationships. It made me very insecure. It made me have low self-esteem. It made me become very needy, especially in intimate or romantic relationships, boyfriend, girlfriend. It made me change my colors. It made me change my stripes. It made me change friendships. I was only working on a surface level. I had very shallow thoughts about myself, which made me have very shallow relationships or very surface level relationships. I couldn't understand why I didn't have like a solid group of friends because I was unable to cultivate meaningful relationships with them because hell, I had no idea who I was getting into a relationship with, and neither did they because I didn't know who I was. Every time I met somebody new, I felt like I was representing something else. Even with the fake stuff, even with the things I was trying to be, I couldn't even stick with that. I was jumping from one thing to another, to another, to another, hoping that something would stick, hoping I would find my niche, hoping I would just find, this is it. This is my aha moment. This is me. Instead of realizing the whole time I had me. And it would pop out here and there. And I would see when people caught little glimpses of me, they changed. Their reaction to me would change, especially when I was older and the sarcasm was more appreciated. And I still didn't realize that it was those little glimmers of Megan that people loved, that people were attracted to, that people wanted more of. I felt like, ooh, I did something. I did something. What did I do? So I can recreate it because I did something. I felt the energy, but I didn't realize it was what I did was me. What I did was for a teeny, tiny, tiny, tiny little moment in time, I let all my guard down. I let all my walls come down, and I was just me. Even if it was just a little tiny moment in time, but people caught that. But I mistakenly took that as they were attracted to what it was I was trying, or who I was trying to be. I mean, you guys, I remember trying to even just switch my wardrobe. So, like I'm going to wear gray, black, and white. When I am a fuchsia, hot pink, blue, neon type of girl. Okay. I'm not a roses type of girl. I'm a sunflower girl. And there's a reason for that. Sunflower, big, bright, bold, all up in your face, got a big center, got lots of leaves. That's what I am. But I was trying to be the rose type of girl, or the tulip, you know, or the pretty lavender, or the baby's breath. No, that I can't. I'm not. But I was trying to change everything in the physical form, like the shampoo that I used, hoping I would get somebody else's hair, the clothes that I was wearing, hoping that for some reason, I don't know, maybe a black shirt would make me sprout boobs or something. I have no idea. Or just make me look cooler. I don't know. I was neglecting myself for so long. I never took a chance on myself because I just wanted to be accepted so bad. Now, the ironic part is I never traded in my morals or values. Yes, I was raised in a private school from pre-K to 8th grade, and then I went to a public school. And you would think a girl in a Christian school who I grew up with the same 10 people, and those 10 people did not go to public high school with me. I think 2 of them did, one of them being my best friend, or my former best friend. So you would think that I would just have gone crazy off the rails, right? Drinking, partying, smoking, being promiscuous, being scandalous. I wasn't. I think I was too afraid of my parents to do that stuff. But I know the one thing about me, and I know that to this day, no matter what I tried to change, no matter my laugh, because people would say I had a dolphin laugh. They would make fun of my laugh. It was a loud dolphin weird laugh. I was weird. I was everything in the book, everything that I absolutely love now about myself and I embrace completely, like 100%, would never change anything about myself. All of those things I once tried to delete from my life. I tried to change my laugh, like, oh, governor, oh, you really are the living end. No, no, I try, that wasn't me. I tried to that extent. That's what it felt like. But that was not me. So even though I was trying to change all the physical form about me, the colors that I wore, the colors that represented me or didn't represent me, my laugh, my hair, my makeup, all of this stuff, deep within my core values and my core morals and what I lived by never wavered. I always knew what was right and what was wrong. I never gave in to peer pressure. No, I was not promiscuous at all, even into college. In high school, I didn't even cuss. I remember a group of friends, we were all messing around and they were like, Megan, you never cuss. And they were like, just say this, just say that. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And they're like, oh my God, that's so crazy. Why don't you cuss? I'm like, I don't know, because I just don't want to. I'm intelligent enough that I can think of other words. Now I cuss out of emotion and, yes, a part of my sarcasm because it's really just in the delivery. But that never wavered. So even though I thought I had no idea who I was on the outside and all of the external things, the internal things, even though I felt like I didn't fit in, even though I felt like I was still an outcast, I never really had a group to belong to. I belonged to my values and I belonged to my morals. And I carry those to this very, very day. But I felt exhausted and I felt, pain because not knowing or understanding, I should say, who I was and taking a chance on myself by me trying to bury myself, I got myself into some really crappy situations. And one of them being a really bad, bad, abusive situation where I just completely lost myself. Completely lost myself. And I was not able to create loving relationships. I wasn't able to have sustainable friendships. Maybe for a little bit, yeah, sure. But nothing that was long lasting. And I always just was like, well, maybe that's just what life is, There's some people come in for a reason, a season, or a lifetime, and I guess that everyone's just a season for me, or just a reason. Until I was sick of it all, tired and sick of being tired and sick and tired, so tired of the doubt. And as much as you try to push your spirit down, you're never going to keep it down. You can push it down for years, but it was always cracking. It was always shining through little by little by little by little until finally it just broke through and I cracked and I gave into my spirit and I said, okay, God, God, what? And I just started taking chances on myself. And I started to just fully become and fully envelop and fully embrace who it was that I was always inside and I was meant to be. And yeah, some people were like, you're weird. I don't get you. We're not cool. Okay, you don't vibe with me. Don't care. Bye. Because I vibe with myself first and foremost. Me and God were like, hey, what's up? Give me the dap. And I love who I am. The more I took a chance on myself, the more I grew, the more I became comfortable. And guess what? The people that I had in my life who were fake relationships, fake friendships, boom, something presented itself that either tore us apart or they just weeded themselves right out of my life. And they could say to this day that the girl I know, the Megan I know, is not this, not that, not this, not that. And that's okay. I was always this and that and this and that. I just acted like I wasn't because I didn't take a chance on myself. I wasn't confident enough to take a chance on myself. But now that I am, this is the me. This is the real me. And honestly, you can't handle that. And if you can't, there's the door. I do wish you well. I really do. But this is me and I'm not moving. This is me laughing, my dolphin laugh. This is me saying an inappropriate joke. This is me bobbing and weaving my head and this and that and whatever you want to say. I don't care. I am not perfect, but I am perfectly me. And I will take a chance on myself. I will bet on myself any day of the week. Any freaking day of the week. Yep, put the chips on me. I got this. Because I took a chance on myself. I said to God, I can't do this anymore. Who am I? And God said, woman, look at yourself. That's who you are. Who you are in your bedroom, who you are in the shower, who you are with your closest, with your family. That's you. So don't be looking to me, asking me who you are. You already know. But what are you going to do with that? Are you going to continue to hide it for who? Other people who really don't give a damn about you? Or are you going to take a chance on yourself and become fully who you were meant to be so that you can create this space to have these relationships in your life to attract the husband that you have now? I have Irving De La Concha waiting here for you. He's always been here. From the minute you were born, the minute I created you and the minute I created him, he was for you. But I'm not going to give him to you being like that because that's not even what he likes. So when are you going to start being you? The kids that I'm going to give you, that I bless you with, they got to have the real you. They got to know that their mom is taking a chance on themselves. So who are you going to be? You or somebody else? Someone else living a fake life with fake relationships and fake friendships? Or a real authentic person with love and joy and happiness in their life, who takes care of themselves and others? Someone who's going to have a real relationship with themselves and with me, God, and with their husband. I never, ever, ever would have been able to attract the man that I have in my life that I get to call my husband. I never would have been able to have him, to bring him into my life and have a relationship with him had I stayed who I was, had I not taken a chance on myself. I kept having the same relationship over and over again, same song and dance, different form, because of who I was trying to mold myself to be. And the minute I took a chance on myself and believed in myself and accepted myself and loved myself was the minute I got true friendships in my life, and I have a true loving relationship in my life with my husband and with my kids. And I go out and I wake up every day being 100% me. And I'm not perfect. I make mistakes, but I own it and I'm me. And you can bet you know what's in my heart. I've had so many people that I've met in the past 5, 6, 7 years who have said, Megan, you are one of the realest people I know. You are so genuine from day one. And I said, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Because I'm not about being fake anymore. I had to learn from that. I had to grow from that. And the people who knew me in my past and who don't know this real Megan today, they might think this Megan is fake, but it's not. The Megan that you knew, that was fake, because guess what? You still out there being fake your own self. You are still out there molding into other people's perceptions of you, trying to figure out who the hell you are, and you're a grown woman. The Megan you get and you see today is 100 and will always be 100. And I will make mistakes and I will say things that I don't mean. And I will do something that I was like, dang, shouldn't have freaking done that. But that's okay. That's real. And I will own it and I will ask forgiveness where I need to ask for forgiveness. And I will grow from it and I will learn from that. But you will know that the intentions of my heart are good and pure because I took a chance on me. People can trust me in relationships and I can trust them because I'm going to show up as my true self in my bright green neon colored sweatshirt with my hair looking a mess, with me laughing, with me joking. I'm going to show up 100%. And that establishes trust and honesty and loyalty. And that establishes and cultivates and grows relationships that matter. And that's what makes our life. Take a chance on you. Stop trying to chase. Stop trying to use the different shampoo and the different conditioner. Your hair is not going to change. It's amazing as it is. Wear what you want to wear. Laugh how you want to laugh. Say the jokes. Because the people that don't accept you are the people that are not supposed to be in your life in the first place. So stop trying to make them fit into your life. You fit into your own life. Take a chance on you. And your life will become your own, and your happiness will become your own, and your peace will become your own, and your joy will become your own. Stop trying to feed into the fakeness and just be real and just be you. Hope you all have an empowering week. I'll catch you next Monday.